Hello, everyone. Hello, my friends. Hello, new faces. If you are new here, my name is Deanna. If not, welcome back. Thank you for spending time with me tonight or today, wherever you are, whatever time it is there. I'm thankful, I'm grateful to have you here. And there is so much to catch you up on. Oh my gosh, there's so many changes. The first of which is quite obvious here, and I will absolutely get into. But we're going to talk about planner updates. We're going to do a flip. I'm going to let you know about new release, give you a little bit of a life update. It's going to be all the things. We're just going to chat and so I'm really excited. Grab yourself a drink or a snack or your planner or whatever, and let's just get into it because there are so many things that I have to tell you.
So we're just going to proceed and pretend that I have a lovely, beautiful manicure and use your super creative imagination. Because once you see what I've done with my planner, you'll see why I haven't had time to do any kind of manicure things. So the first thing is this. I got a bag of granny squares at my local Goodwill for $10. It was a wonderful investment. There were only two purple ones in the bag. The rest were all variations of pink. And so I thought these would be the perfect size for my new pocket. And they were. So I just stitched them together. I'm not very creative. I'm not a crocheter or a knitter, but I have YouTube, obviously. And so I did my best and it fit perfectly. So I have that and it's bringing me joy. Another thing that is making me super happy, surprisingly, is this beautiful pocket. Let me just stop talking for a second so you can appreciate the squish. I mean, it's just so good. It's so good. I like ASMR, so I would absolutely love a planner ASMR of just textures and sounds. But anyway, so let me get into the details of this cover. So this is pre-loved. I got it from a sweet friend on Facebook in the Vanderspek Buy Sell Trade group. And I love my Franklin Covey Compact. I still have it. Obviously, it's still set up, but I've really been struggling with the fact that it's just so big. And now, in this phase of life that I'm in, I'm leaving the house a lot with and needing my planner for my son. I just need to have all of his previous appointments, notes for his therapies, and different IEPs and just all the things that I'm doing for him and specialists. And so it's requiring me to bring my big planner with me a lot more. Whereas before it was staying on my desk. And so its size was never really an issue for me. I didn't really care. The few times that I would bring it out of the house, I didn't care that it was big. But now that I'm bringing it out and it's just it's bothering me, and I'm just kind of I talked about it a little bit, but I've just been feeling like I need a little bit of a change. I dyed my hair, and then within like 24 hours or like a few days, I took all that color out. I will put a little image of it up here if you care. You can head over to Instagram. But so I've just been feeling kind of like wanting that having that desire, the itch to switch, if you will. And if you haven't watched my video on planner piece, you may not understand my personal philosophy on it, which is if you don't like it, change it. If it's not working, try something else. If your planner is not making you happy or making you smile or making your life better, then it's time to try something else. And so it's not going to be a super long rant, but I do want to mention because every time I show a new cover, a new setup, anything like that, I inevitably get a lot of comments, DMs, questions being like, why did you change it? I loved your setup. What was wrong with it? And I don't necessarily think something has to be wrong in order for me to change. Just like I always will love the color pink, but sometimes I want more black. You know what I'm saying? It's just personal preference. And I think that there's a little bit of a, I don't know what it is, like a stigma or just that people can't, who are not like that, don't understand it. And that's okay too. But I really just enjoy changing things. And I'm not defending it, I'm just trying to explain because I genuinely feel like I want my page, my YouTube channel, my Instagram, to be a community of people who feel comfortable sharing their thoughts and opinions with each other, with me. And so I love having the conversation and I never take it negatively. I think it's a valid question, like, what was wrong with it? And so I just wanted to take a second to address that because I know the question will come when my last video was my flip and my Franklin Covey Compact, and now here we are in a pocket. Um, I think part of it too, also, and you'll see when I show you all of the new inserts that I have, having a shop and that designer mindset. I do really sometimes enjoy just wiping the board clean and starting from scratch and letting the you know, the creativity flow. And so I really just kind of let myself play with this planner. And I'm not 100% sure that it's going to be the single only everyday carry planner that my Franklin Covey Compact was, for the simple reason that it can't hold everything that I need. Um, and that's okay. So I think I'm probably going to have to just fully embrace being a two planner girl or keeping keeping this as a fun squish in my collection or for memory keeping or daily journaling or something. But right now, I will show you the flip before I figure out next if I'm going to have to switch into the two planner or not because I've set up as much as I can and I've done as much as I can to get it as close to my previous setup as possible. And I've been sharing all of the some little teasers on Instagram. You guys have been loving it. So I know this is the world's absolutely longest introduction, but if you are familiar with me at all, you know that I tend to be wordy. I have ADHD, in case you don't know if you're new. And so I go off on side quests quite often, long tangents, but it makes me who I am. So it's what it is. And about this cover, we'll get into the details. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I love the squish. You can't beat a Vanderspek squish. That's just my opinion. This is a Junior is the name that they use, but it's a pocket size. The inserts that I have in it are Pocket Plus, which are just a little bit bigger than the traditional pocket, but this itself has not been widened. It is just the pocket size. The color is, I think it is the JL Black. If I'm not mistaken, I will put all the specs here for you and in the description box below of every single customization because this is a custom. And it's so beautiful. It has, I think, a little bit of stiffener in it. It might be the Bondex. It's not quite as stiff. Single popper. And I apologize if the ring light is annoying, but I'm filming this after my kids have gone to bed. And you'll only have to deal with it for a little bit. So I need the light, otherwise you won't see anything. This is a traditional, layout over here. There's a slip pocket. And then I have my in case of emergency cards and my reference cards. These are on my Etsy. And I was inspired by Watch Becca Plan and her beautiful pocket setup. So I will link her below. Please go support her channel and her Ko-Fi and all of the inserts that she has for some amazing freebies. She has one that's like mother, and I was really inspired by that and wanted one that said mama because that's what my little one calls me, and I'm MaineMamaPlans. So I'm not trying to take credit for this word flow, and I'm not selling it or anything like that. It's just for me. But I want to pay homage to the queen of pocket. Even though she's in an A6 right now and I'm absolutely loving that. But anyway, so go check her out. She's fantastic. And if you happen to be watching, hi, I love you. Thank you so much for your beautiful designs. So anyway, the front section right now, I tried to kind of emulate my Franklin Covey Compact as best as I could, but um, she's thick, okay? The planner runneth over. Now, I want to show you this because I know I'm going to get questions. I always do. When I close it, I hope you can see it doesn't touch the clasp. Now, it may not be focusing that well, but my tabs, for my section dividers, do not go all the way to the clasp. Now, I don't have a pen in here because I wanted my inserts to go right to the edge, and they do, but they don't go and overlap over. If I had it going straight, you're looking straight down, you can only see a few of my little tabs sticking out of the side. There you go. That's a good accurate representation. You can just see a few tabs, but they're not being crushed by the clasp, and it doesn't bother me at all. The inserts themselves don't go over the edge. So there's no issue with throwing this in my bag. I'm not having problems with any squishing or tabs being squished or anything. So it's working for me to have Pocket Plus inserts inside my pocket. I was watching a lot of videos. I was asking my planner friends, hey Renee, if you're watching, all of my pocket friends who use their pockets, and I had a pocket. There's a video on here somewhere of me setting that up, and I enjoyed it, but I knew I needed, if I was going to commit to a pocket, sort of pocket size, that I was going to need a little more room. And so Pocket Plus has been nice for that. All right, so let me quickly, since it's a new setup, let me quickly show you see if it'll let me zoom in a little more, my dividers. So in case this happens to be your first video, if you see these types of frosted looking dividers, you can buy them from people. I do not sell them. But you can find them online, lots of different places, shops will make them. Excuse me. But if you're crafty, go to $1.25 Tree, okay, and get the flexible cutting mats, because that's what this is. You get like a pack of 3, I think, for $1.25. And if you have a silhouette or a Cricut, you could probably like find the file or create the file to do the cut for you, but I just cut it myself. I took some other dividers that I had and traced them and made them myself. And in order to get this same font, because I'm trying to organize my thoughts and be more conscious about going down the side tangents. But when I'm designing, usually if I'm creating from scratch, which is what I did in this planner, I just wanted something totally new, a new vibe. What I did was I went to create a new document, and was looking at the different fonts and different typography combinations and just decided to let that be my creative inspiration. And then when I found the font that I liked, that kind of helped give me direction. And so I use that as my main font. And then I picked my colors, which are usually black. And then I might have a secondary or tertiary color. Like in this case, it's like this gray, like a mauve gray, warm gray, I guess, with a hint of purple. And so that's what was the inspiration for the new theme and the new vibe for my planner. And so it was important to me. I could have just used my um, whatever this is, what's that called, label maker, and done it, with this same label maker font. But I wanted to have that font everywhere, and so I used my clear label paper. I did print and cut on Cricut using my clear label paper, whatever it was, clear sticker paper. There we go. And I just wrote down all the different things that I could need in different sizes, and I printed them and cut them down. So this is the large one. I didn't know what size I would want, so I made like large and medium and small, and I just kind of cut them down, and I was like, I could probably use them for other things. And I just slipped the the leftovers in here because I was like, I'm probably going to use them. So anyway, that's what I used to get my dividers. I made them myself. And, oh, sorry, back to the glare again. I'm sorry. So my sections on the side right now are home and then dailies. I also have calendars right here. And that's just with my brother label maker because I already had that and I just transported it. And then I have these, if you can see them, the little tiny dainty months. These are from Shop Gracie Edits, I think, but I will double check and link them below. And then I have one that is for my trackers. And then we get into the next section, which is Watson, who's my oldest. It's my son. Oops, I skipped Graham. Graham is first because he has a thicker section. Then Watson. And in the back, I have notes, and that is the final of the side tabs. My bottom tabs, this one right here is my only pocket tab that I just recycled because I didn't care. I didn't want to make another bottom tab. And so it's my old one that says to buy. I have a small acetate type of material that I used that says today for my today marker. And then the other one that I have on my other bottom tab is just this old one as well from my old pocket with a little envelope for my what I'm using as my inbox section for Graham. And my top tabs is this little Franklin Covey page marker. I just put recipes so I could quickly turn to that. I have this little Aura Estelle cloud squishy MaineMamaPlans paperclip up here, which is very cute. Let's see. And then I also have one that says this week, which is similar again. One of these that I made. And I think that's it for my top tabs. Yeah, it's just recipes and then this week, and at the bottom I have today. Okay, so now I'm going to do more of flip. So I'm gonna go through each section, show you what I've done, what I have in each section, and then we'll talk about other things. So I will mention, because I know that I'll be asked, and I worked really hard on this, to I just wanted to mention that, not to, that I have listed now on my Etsy for now because I could only do one thing at a time, and Etsy was faster for me to start with. I put all of the inserts that I created, mostly, I think almost all of them, except these section covers because they're so personalized. But if it's a regular insert, like these are already on there. My calendar, you're gonna be able to find it on there. My dailies, my weeklies, everything that I created, that you'll see, and I'll let you know as I go through. I have listed and it will be live. So before I've had it where I'm like, "Oh," and I just am excited and I wanna show you guys, and so I just film a video and I show you everything, and then I get lots of, "Where's this? Where's that? When's it gonna be up? Do you have it listed? Where is it? I don't see it." And so I thought that I would preemptively list all of the things that I could, from the Pocket Plus setup, and just list them so that if you see something you want and you're in Pocket Plus, you can go and get it. Now, you're not going to find a lot of these in all the sizes yet, because I don't have time right now simply to resize them all, and I wish I did, but I don't. We are preparing to move. We're moving to East Tennessee in the early summer, so this is going to be my final release for several months. But Pocket Plus is a size that a lot of you have been requesting for a really long time, and so I just did my best and I tried. If I have little pockets of time, then I will try to expand to the other sizes that I have, like A6 or Personal or Franklin Covey Compact. I will try, but I'm not going to promise that because I have to switch into mom mode and family mode. So that's the next priority for me for the next several months, to be honest. Okay, sorry, drink break. In my home section, I wanted to have something pretty but functional. And so I made myself these little dashboard section covers, whatever. I put the name of the section and then I made it kind of a table of contents so that I would know where things are. On the front, I did it in this style. And then the back, I wanted to kind of go along with that theme, but just create some little words of what those things mean to me or like what they should represent. So for me, the front is all about is function, and then the home and the back is this is what I want my home to be. So this front part is like personal to me, but the back could be maybe a little different for certain people. So I'd like to include these in my shop eventually. Um, but we'll see. So there's a few things here that are from my old pocket planner that I just didn't want to resize. So this is just my shopping trigger list. And then we get in the to buy, and I have my next time I'm at insert. And I use this all the time. I think this is number 9. I think I've called it number 18 a couple of times, but it's number 9 in my shop. And I'm not sure if I have this listed. I think I might, but I will double check and see if I can list that. If not, my son, if you're new, he's autistic. He has we think he has ARFID as well, so he's extremely picky with his eating, and so his favorites always change. So he gets a little post-it, and I change things up as I need to if his tastes change or whatever. This is my freebie, and it has been updated on Facebook and in the Google Drive. It's a checklist freebie, and it's 3 different designs. I have the black one right here, but it's just a nice little checklist freebie that I have for groceries quickly. This is just for me that I made quickly that I'm testing as like a little meal fold for the week. And this is the one that I messed up and actually made 8 dots, but I was like, I'm not going to throw them away, so I'm going to keep using them. But just because I don't plan the meals for the day, I just plan meals for the week, and then we make what we feel like from the list. So I'll show you how I'm using it folded in my weekly. Recipes, these are just a few of my always recipes. I have more in here that I need to put in here, but these are things that I make on a weekly basis. I don't buy bread, I make my bread. Haven't bought it in several years. So this is just my standard white bread. And I don't need it anymore, but I like having it here in case my husband is feeling like he is adventurous and wants to make the bread for the week. I just open it up and give it to him, and I'm like, here you go. He's very good that way. So then I just have my chocolate chip cookies. And if you ever need a chocolate chip cookie recipe, here you go. That's the front, and then you can screenshot the back. Whenever I'm developing a recipe or trying a recipe, I always will put it on a post-it and play with it until I've got it committed. I'm like, that might need a little more sugar. I create a lot of my own things. So right now I'm working on pizza dough, pizza sauce, freezer pizzas. Yeah, my biscuits, my sausage gravy. Like I said, still working on my recipe. I think this one though was delicious, so I think I've got it down now. There's the biscuits and the recipe, and then this is just an old one, like I said, in the pocket. When I was doing sourdough, I just wanted to have that as a reference. And then these are just my personal recipes that I had typed up back when I was in A5 3 years ago. And I just shrunk them down and started putting them in. But I haven't finished converting them all down, so I only got through like a few sweets and breads. But I'd like to continue so that I basically just have my recipes with me when I'm shopping. That's very helpful. So the next section is my planner section, and I have this beautiful thick plastic sleeve from Foxy Fix that I'm always so sad when I see them, but also happy that I still have one. This is my planner, begins my planner section, which is inbox, dailies, calendars, future plans, and then goes into trackers, projects, goals, and mapping. And then instead of the other side being like the home one where I put the words, it is that way if I pick this up. But I made myself an icon and color key. And so, yeah, I've just done it like this. I'm sorry for that glare, but it's appointment. That means canceled. That means urgent. That means rescheduled. YouTube, if I've delegated, I will put the person I delegated it to, their initial, in progress, and done. I pretty much know these, but it's pretty and I like it. And then I have my color dot reference here. So Graham, Watson, my husband, me, and if I have a signing. And so I put that there. That is an insert that's part of, I have it as an icon. It's called like icon and swatches bundle, I think. But I'm gonna have a section on Etsy. It says new releases, and they're all the new releases are gonna be there. And I think there's 17 different listings, and several of them are bundles that include multiple. So there's that, but more about that later. Let me make sure you could really see this well. I think so. Like I said, this is a long one, so feel free to skip around. This is an inbox. I have a few different inbox styles in here. Excuse me. But this one is just the code, the task, and then done. And this is my current inbox. And then this is the other one that I like. I was playing around with a couple different designs to see which one I like better, and I like them both. So I have it in an inbox and insert like lists bundles listed if you're interested in those. But I have a few different ones, and then this is just a list that's part of that bundle. But I just have inserts I still need to make for this planner, and then what I still need. And then we get into the dailies section. And this was the Sunday one, the Sunday start, but I also have Monday start. So this is my Sunday start calendar and an open notes back. And then we get into my dailies. I was designing and trying and playing with several different dailies to see which ones I liked. So I have a dailies bundle with 4 different designs, I think. So this is one that I was trying out. Um, if you've watched my videos, I don't usually do dailies, but I feel like I need them in a pocket because I don't have enough room in the weeklies to really like write out all the things. So this is one of the designs. This is another. It's just more of like a checklist type of thing. Again, trying different layouts. And then this is my little one here. If I may have to make something that day, I just pull this out and write what I made. Like, I think I did the other day. Yeah, bread. So I put it right there and I just put bread when I made it. So that's cool. It's working. Do I have any of the other ones? Trying to see. I want to be able to show you. Okay. So here's another one where I did this hourly schedule down this side and then checklist over here. That's another one that's in my dailies bundle. Right now, they're all day on one page. So that's just what it is. And then these are a few of my weeklies. This is a Monday start. I do have a bundle for the weeklies where there's also a Sunday start included. And then this one was the one I was testing where I just did weekend, but then I changed it and updated it. So now it's Saturday, Sunday instead of just weekend. So what I was doing, this is my this week, okay? So let me pull that out really quick. I was gonna slit it, but I didn't. So this is the weekly that I've been in and enjoying. It is horizontal on the left page. It's week on 2 page. It's a space up at the top that just says this week, and then I put the date. And then Monday through Sunday, the bottom one says weekend because, like I said, this was my old one, but now I put Saturday and Sunday. So it's like that. But I've just been using that. I have the tracker on this side for some of my things, and then I just use extra space, things I need to write there. And then the way I've been using that meals one that I don't have listed, but I can list it if you guys want me to, is I'll just put like the week up top and then the meal bank. And then as I use it, I like fold it in half, and then as I use it, I just kind of check them off. So like that was last week, and then I can kind of flip it, and if I need to move it so that I want to see my full week, I'll just pull it out quickly and move it to the next week or whatever, and I just slit it. And then when I'm done on this side, I've got this side done. So when I'm done with this week, which I almost am, I'll just flip it back over, use this side, and then I will cut that part off and just have the last one. So I get 4 weeks out of one insert because I don't need a whole lot of room. I'm not tracking breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's just dinner, you know. So that's what I'm doing. It's working for me, and I'm enjoying that. So there are my weeklies. I also have Sunday start available for that. And then I think I have more. I might have put them, yeah, I put them away in my like extra, but there's another one. You'll see it in the link, whatever. So let me put this back in before I lose my week, because I will lose it. Ooh, static. Be gone. Okay. Next section after the weeklies, calendars. So I think this is, nope, it's a perpetual calendar, and I filled these in for my personal things, but I have the perpetual calendar available. It just doesn't have any of these dates filled in. It just has the monthly header with number one and whatnot. So you can pull that into Adobe fill in, fill in sign or whatever it is and do that. Or you can drag it into Canva, import it as an image and fill them in yourself and print them. Or you can just write them in or use your label maker, whatever your heart desires. But I do have the perpetual calendar in there as part of the calendar, the year at a glance calendar bundle, I think. And then I have Sunday start and Monday start for those. I have another icon color key, and the back of it says key, because I wanted a second one right in my calendar so that I can quickly, as I'm still remembering my colors, so that I can reference it quickly. These are the monthlies, and as I say this, I don't think I have them listed, so I'll make a note to put that. I took those stickers that I was telling you about, and when I printed them, I just made some months as well, and I just printed like this and filled in the dates because I didn't want to date them for the entire year because I wasn't sure if I was going to stay in pocket or not. So I just made one Monday start through Sunday, going right to the edge, and I've started filling in March because I started in March. And so this is a April, and as I'm sitting here, I need to mark this off because speech is canceled. She's going to be away, so okay, that's helpful while I'm remembering it. So this is, I just went in and, like I said, put the sticker, but you could write it and then marked the months. And that gets me all the way through to next year. Let me take a drink break. Excuse me. Okay. I made a couple of little dashboards throughout that speak to me that I wanted. And so I really love this quote. So I put that in as one. And then I love, like, there's this calming video, and I'll put it in the description of this exact thing with just like some calming music. And I put it on when I'm teaching Watson, when we're homeschooling, and it just relaxes me. And so this is a way to remind me of calm. So I have that in here. I have this as well. And then my next section is just trackers. So then I'm trying to be kind to myself. So next is what we are watching. Now this is one that I just made for myself. There's one, is it in here? Yeah, what I'm watching, this is in the bundle that I've listed. But what we're watching, I just made for me because I have things that I watch by myself, and then I have things that I watch with Chris, and so, or Watson. And so I will put things that we're watching together in this little section because they're sometimes different than what I'm watching. So this is just the watching. And then I put this in just for myself, comforting TV, my comfort watches. And then I have what I'm reading. This is part of my essential trackers bundle. I put 13 trackers in that bundle for those of you who are like me, who are like, I need all the trackers, I need all of them. Can you give me a discount? So I just put them all together and put them in a document so that you can print them, cut them all, and I made it so that they're cheaper that way. So that's also in the new releases. Favorites. Now, I filled these in for my kids. Let me see if I've got it in front. Here we go. Yeah. So I filled them in for my kids. And as I was filling these in, I thought that maybe some of you would also like to have these. And so I depersonalized them a little bit, and I included in the in the bundle ones with these triggers and space so you could put in whose favorites they are. So maybe your friend, yourself, maybe you want to put seasonal favorites and put so you can keep track of how your tastes change or whatever. But I'm keeping track of my kids because they're growing so quickly. They're 4 now and 6, and I just like looking back. I think I will, and seeing how they've changed, what their favorite show was, what their favorite place to eat is, and color and whatever. But I put that in as well for you guys in case you wanted that. And then there's also one with triggers, but then there's also just favorites without those triggers, and they're just open, so you can put whatever you want. And then same here, like there's one that says sizes and then it's just blank. So you can put whatever you want, however you want. But then this one is because I already had it for my kids. This is a 12 box. I wasn't sure exactly how I wanted to use this. I was thinking of dropping in with Canva, like dropping in shows, movies, maybe my favorite albums or songs. Excuse me, I keep having hiccups. I was thinking I could use it as like a capsule wardrobe or like pictures of my bags or accessories or something. It's really open right now. I haven't filled in how I want to use it, but it makes my brain happy. Could also use it for monthly things like favorite meal of the month or like meal planning, or you could even just be like what you spent in groceries or what you spent on eating out or credit card payment, like whatever you want. It's part of the essentials bundle. I made an inventory because, oh, here we go. This is all of the details for this exact planner. JL Black, 25 millimeter rings, chunky clasp, stiffener, bottom pocket, left side. There you go. And then I also got an A6 that just arrived from Australia from my sweet new friend, Nat, who is awesome. So that might be coming. I don't know. It's hard to know what to do, but this is an inventory tracker that's part of that planning bundle. I'd like to keep track of my like a list of my inventory of planners that I have, purses, pens, whatever. And then I also have one for Happy Mail. It's part of that bundle. And then I made some swatches, pen tests. Yeah. So this is part of the like key and swatches bundle, I think. It'll be listed. But I just wanted to see like all of my color dots and my mild liners and just some of my favorites, not all of them, but some of my most used ones, just so that I could reference them. And then some pen tests as well of my favorite pens. And then we get into my visual mapping. So this is really cool. This is I think it's like the visual mapping bundle or whatever, where you have a bunch of these different ones. I really like to visually write out goals. I use these a lot for goals. I like them. You can have one big one that's thing like switched off. So this one is just a ribbon so that it's open. I'm gonna have one of these for like a move, could be some like big stuff and then little stuff and then tertiary stuff off of that. That was the idea. And then some of them have the arrows. So it's like, this is the big one. And then you go to the next like second big step. And then that's pointing down to this one. So it could be for a video idea. It could be anything, any project you have, like declutter, and then like donate or list stuff or whatever, right? So you could really do anything with them. So I have lots of different layouts and then extra space for just jotting down some important reference information below. And I have a bunch of different variations of those in the bundle. And then I also have goals and projects as part of the essentials bundle. And then I just made myself a couple of grid notes. I made a YouTube video tracker, and then I also made social media tracker, different ones. This was like my first iteration, but then I redesigned it to be more simple. And so this is the one that is listed as part of my essentials bundle. And then I did one that's a video bank. So these are all like the little videos that I want to do. Um, yeah, so this would be like the big videos that are going to be long and chatty and highly requested. And then maybe these are some smaller ones. I'm going to do a destash video coming up soon. My illness log. I've resized them. Those are listed. They're a familiar favorite, along with the medication tracker. And then I have listed the monthly budget in, I believe, because this one was so requested after I showed it last time, I've got it in Pocket Plus, A6, Personal, and Franklin Covey Compact. I'm pretty sure. And this is just an example, like a sample one filled out, but I'm really enjoying it. You can kind of dot the month and then fill in accordingly. So I've got several of those. And then if you've been wanting this fold out, hopefully you will be excited to see that it is in Pocket Plus. And I also have it listed in Franklin Covey Compact. So those are the two sizes. I will not be resizing this one right now. So hopefully you can either size up or size down based on your needs for now. And I'm sorry about that. I don't like to say no to anyone ever, but I can't I can't resize it to all the sizes right now. But this is my spending overview fold out. The back is reflections, helpful spending information, and then the final half of the year, and then the front portion. Sorry, I skipped right over that. This part that folds out is the week number, the date range, and the amount spent. And then that thick line separates quarter one from quarter two. And this is the graph, and it's left blank on the left so that you can choose the amount that you want and need. I have purchased several different spending overview budget graphs, financial budgeting planner pages, inserts over the years, and it's like I always wanted there was always something missing. Like I'd have the graph, but I didn't have the goal part, and then a space for the actual spending to go in. And then I would have space for the weekly tracking, but I wouldn't be able to see like the date range. And then I never had a section where I could reflect on what went well, what didn't work, so that I could adjust. Or maybe I needed to just see the full monthly thing, or maybe I want my bank account login information or credit card number for making payments, whatever the case was. And so I just took some of my favorite elements. I like seeing the visual representation of the graph, but I also need all of that other information. So I created my own that took like all of the information that I need. And so I'm just sharing it with those of you who also want to track the same things. So I hope that is helpful. And then I just have a spending tracker as well. And this is part of that essential tracker bundle. And then my kids were playing with an insert that I left out and some stickers that I got from Aura Estelle. And so this is from my 4-year-old with the stickers, and this is my 6-year-old. So that will stay. And then I get into my son's section, one of them, and the table of contents. And then I get into his inbox because he always has like a million things that I have to do, a million projects. And so that's there. And then this is his favorites and his sizes. This is from Watch Becca Plan. Again, beautiful, iconic, fantastic, wonderful. Love everything about it. And then I have my contact cards, which are filled out, but yeah, so I'm leaving that there. This is from my old pocket and I just loved it. And I put a little picture over him. This is my parents' camp in northern Maine. And I still have more notes and things. Obviously, I don't have any of his section filled out and I'm already at capacity. So that is why I'm not sure that this will stay 100%. But if you don't have to stuff as much in as me, then I still wanted to share this as I'm figuring things out before I move things around too much. So then Watson, this is his section. He's the one that I homeschool actively. And so I put in our same calendar. This is listed. And I need to just go back in and like backdate some of these dates and lessons and things like that. And then right here, I have Becca, Watch Becca Plan. I have her yearly fold out that I'm going to use specifically for him, like keeping track of days of school. That's what I was using before I pulled this in, like days off, sick days, things like that. I have some school year requirement information there, our schedule, some blank contact cards. I have this, this is the monthly like boxes that's listed. I believe these are listed already too, I'm pretty sure. These are listed in two places. They're part of the essentials bundle, or I think they're also part of the calendar bundle. And then I just listed these on their own. So they're up. If you can use them for literally anything. Watson's favorites and his sizes. And then the last section is my notes. And this is where I put all of my little extra inserts, my lists, my extra lists so that I can grab them, which are part of the essential bundle. The lined notes, which are part of it. These like miscellaneous capsule notes, part of the essentials bundle. These are my freebies that are on my website, that checklist. This is a different color. And then I think there's more of that black color. And then there might even be, I think that's it, because I was like, that's the vibe we're going for. And then I just have some of my graph paper that I made and printed. And then as we come into the back, I just have this piece. This is from my personal planner. And then I just have more of these sticky notes that I printed. Their plan with B. And that is an old foil that I got from somewhere. I have no idea where. An old Filofax pocket. And then in the back, I have some reference information for my son from his last appointment, his insurance card, his emergency health card, like information for both of my kids. I have these little, what are they called? These things, from type A for Alexa, in case I want to reference something quickly. And I have my spending registers in case I want to stick that onto a weekly for some reason. And this is from my sweet friend Fran, Plan with Fran. And she sent me the sweetest care package, so I'm keeping that in there. And that is it. It does not have a back pocket. It's stuffed, but it is at capacity, and I still feel like I could add at least 20 more inserts minimum. I haven't filled out my son's section. I haven't filled out all of Watson's homeschool information. So there's definitely still things that I need. And now that I have my A6, I'm considering, do I need the second one maybe? So I'm just going to keep on playing if I have the time, if I feel like it. But in the meantime, this is set up and it's making me happy. I love how squishy it is. I conditioned it as soon as I got it. I cleaned it and conditioned it. It was in great shape, but it's extra shiny because of that. And I'm just, yeah, I just wanted to share it with you guys. I know you've been wanting a flip, so I hope that this was satisfying. I hope that that it answers some questions. I hope that you enjoy if you are also in Pocket Plus or been wanting to be. Hopefully, those inserts that I've listed are good and you enjoy them, you're happy with those. And I'm trying to think of any of the other housekeeping things. I listed as many as I could. I will also try to get them onto my website slowly, but right now they're just on Etsy because that seems to be where people are more often than my website. So I put them there first so that everyone who wanted them would be able to easily find them organized well. And I think that's about it. So it's very late. I just wanted you guys to get this this weekend, and I had to film at night. I can't film during the day anymore. So I hope it was helpful. I hope it was informative. I hope it was entertaining at the very least. Everything that I have listed will be under the category new releases on my Etsy shop. The link will be below. If you have questions, please let me know. Um, Let me know if you're tempted, if you're going to be playing in a different size. I would love to know. And I hope that you have a fantastic week wherever you are, whatever you're doing. I hope that it's warm there. We are finally starting to see sunshine again in Maine. And I'm thankful for that because it has been so cold. So I love you all and I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for being here. And I will talk to you soon. All right. Bye.